Welcome to the intro. I'm your host, Jess Huddleston. We're back in studio, and I'm so excited to be here bringing you the best new artists in Canadian music. Kicking us off this season is Toronto R&B singer Mighloe, whose velvety, sultry ballads are gonna have you feeling some type of way. Let's get into a performance right now. This is Mighloe performing Cruel.
They would always say to me, he did nothing wrong. And with him there is more you can be. Shut them out. I would try my very best, but for 3 long years the voices were stuck inside of my head. You were so cruel, you were so mean. I love the pain that you pressed upon me. Had me so frail and so afraid. Body was caving in more each day. So I would run fast as I can from all this misery and blame. But with your words trapped in my head, I'd weaken my knees, and for you would take me out for a ride so late at night. I knew all about how my body can't put up a fight. So I let you in. Every time I knew you'd run again till you needed more. Now I'm quaking in all your remains. You were so cruel, you were so mean. I love the pain that you pressed upon me. Had me so frail and so afraid. Body was caving in more each day. So I would run fast as I can from all this misery and blame. But with your words trapped in my head, I'd weaken my knees. But I won't fall for you no more. Finally gathered up all of my strength, I'm out the door. You owe me something that I know I'll never get back, and I'm hoping that I'll make it through it without someone will love me much better than you. Someone will need me, I know that it's true. You were so mean, I love the pain. Oh, it made me so strong. Now I'm not afraid. I won't be let down like that again. So I will run fast as I can to all the beauty and love that awaits. Here I will stand happy again, understanding my pain. I'm much better than you.
On today's episode of The Intro is Toronto singer Mighloe, who's making a name for herself with R&B that sounds both a little classic and a little indie. Mighloe's latest EP is called Desperate Times, and it proves that she can pack a whole lot of soul into only 7 songs. Okay, wow. That was so beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
It's a heartbreaking song, but I feel like it comes full circle.
Yes, definitely. It was definitely something that started out as like just therapy for me, going through like hard times, and then turned into a very empowering song and something that has built me up quite a bit over time. So
good. Yeah. It's interesting you speak about the empowerment there. I feel like, you know, existing and writing within the R&B and soul genres, I mean, like all music, but particularly within those genres, you have to get really comfortable dropping into your melancholy.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
You're searching. And then you have to relive it over and over again when you perform.
Yes.
So how did you get comfortable with that vulnerability?
I think for myself in general, I struggle with being vulnerable just in my regular day-to-day life. And music has always been something that has allowed me to kind of get in touch with my emotions. So it was really natural for me to kind of fall into the melancholy, as you said.
All feelings are welcome.
Yeah.
And so I want to talk a little bit about the sounds of this album. I hear so much happening in here, and it's all great. Yeah. I hear things I grew up with, you know, the way Aaliyah and Erykah Badu used to make me feel.
Yes.
And then I hear some more contemporaries who like to tap into the classic sound, like Lana Del Rey and Amy Winehouse. But that's just me. So on the soundtrack of your life, like, who's on there?
I'm a huge fan of like Erykah Badu and like Janis Joplin and like Otis Redding. A lot of the like older soul sounds I'm super into, and then just making them a little bit more modern. I mean, I also really enjoy like the stylings of Billie Eilish and Jessie Reyes for some of the newer people. So there's just like so many kind of different people that have influenced my sound, but I think a lot of it was the emotion itself.
That's really interesting. So the emotion kind of drives the sonic experience.
Exactly. Yeah.
I want to talk a little bit about Toronto's R&B community and the scene. You know, I've heard the word float around, or the term float around, dark and B. And I think of artists like Division and Daniel Caesar, Savannah Ray. I don't know if you're quite in that. There's some moments of darkness within your EP for sure, but I feel like you might have a special little corner for yourself. How do you feel about being part of that community?
Well, I like that you said that. Thank you. To what you said about kind of having that separate, like taking up a separate corner within that, I think that was something that I actually was striving for, but I didn't realize. It was just, I didn't want to be the exact same as every person coming out. I didn't want to have the same story or the same feeling. And so I think I take a lot of the elements of like the old soul kind of sounds and add that into the newer wave R&B. So yeah, I like to just kind of mix everything in there and fill up that corner.
Totally. Yeah. No one puts baby in the corner.
Yeah, exactly.
Honestly, though, there is a lot of hope in there. There's a lot of hope peppered in, which is great.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
So I know with this EP, you know, really establishing yourself as a queer woman was important so that you could kind of step into that next chapter of real authenticity and just, you know, shed some of the past. That's probably very freeing, but also a little bit scary too.
Yeah, it was definitely a scary situation in the sense that for a long time, just already being a Black woman coming into the R&B community, there's so many of us. It's like hard for us to really like kind of find our own niche within that, you know? And so I think adding the fact that I was queer was like going to be another like difficult thing to kind of go through. Will I be accepted in these certain spaces and stuff like that? But I think it was so important to me because I wanted my project to be the most authentic that it could be. And so it just happened really naturally. And then I realized with that, like coming out to the community as like a queer artist, like it was just so important, more than I like realized that it was. There's so many people in the community that are looking for more people to look up to within the queer community. And there's not enough representation. And so to be just one more face, I think was super important for me.
Good for you. I hope you're really proud of yourself. That's very cool. Okay, so I can't wait to chat more, but I need another song. What are you going to sing for us?
The next song will be Into the Tide.
Okay, Into the Tide she goes. Here's Mighloe.
Thanks.
Man, your voice is nuts.
Thank you so
in a
much.
very good way. How long have you been performing for? Because it's so acrobatic what you do.
Oh, thank you. I've been performing for probably 4 years now.
Did you just see the shock in my face? Yeah. I thought you were going to say, I don't know, 20. But.
I mean, I've been singing my whole life,
Of
but
course.
outside of the house, definitely only for like 4 years. And it's definitely improved quite a bit since the beginning, for sure.
Wow. Amazing. You are a graduate of the Remix Project and SoCan Incubator. And for those who don't know, those are programs within, Toronto and Canada that really nurture emerging artists and their songwriting. What would you say to other emerging artists or people kind of finding their way in music who might want to pursue opportunities like that?
Absolutely go for it. I think it's one of the things that really taught me how to be confident and make myself known in a room was being in a space where you had to be networking. You had to like meet new people and prove to those people, even though it's a smaller community, prove to those people that you have what it takes and you're here for a purpose.
Great advice. Another Remix Project success story is Jessie Reyes. A little birdie told me she gave you some pretty clutch advice.
She did indeed.
What did she say?
She basically, I was going through a bit of writer's block. And so she basically just mentioned to me that you have to write through your writer's block.
Yes.
Which at the time was like, I don't get it. Like how? Like I can't write anything. But it's very much just like, continue to do just like any sport, like practice makes perfect. You have to continue to push through this moment of dullness in your life to create something that wouldn't be dull anymore, you know?
That's so very true. When I'm not doing this, I lead a team of writers and I'm a writer myself. And you really just have to get something down. And, it, you know, we've talked a lot about flow today and inspiration, and you just have to sort of start the movement and see what happens. And maybe you erase everything, but at least you start. A voice like yours, eclecticism like yours, I can only imagine that you could go a number of different directions. And I know you're still in the early days of the career. So would we say that you've really found your sound, or can we expect a pivot at some point?
So like I found my sound in the sense that like I kind of know where my voice sits and know how to work my voice. But I'm excited to try different ways of doing that. So there's definitely going to be some new sounds coming for sure.
Good. Well, we're so excited. And honestly, it's been such a pleasure talking to you and learning more about you. And we have one more song. We have one more performance. What are you going to sing?
I'm going to be performing a song called Darkness.
Perfect. Okay. Well, thank you so much again.
Thank you.
This is Mighloe performing Darkness.
Thank you.
If you like the intro and you want more of it, you can hang out here or you can head to cbcmusic.ca/the intro.